Now, as many of you have seen in my other videos, the Tiny Chao Garden does in fact connect with the GameCube. Luckily, I've got two GameCubes right now, so I can demonstrate this. Turning on the GameCube, or the GameCube's already on, I'm walking up to the machine. Oh my god, a UFO! You select pick up on the Chao transporter. The Chao will be given a face. I'm going to pick up the Crazo Chao, but leave the egg. And I'm going to pick up the fruit. Ta-da! The Chao and the fruit have disappeared. No egg is listed here anymore, because it's left to how it was before. If you pet the silver egg 3 times, it will hatch. Also giving its own Furina. That's an interesting name. As you'll notice, the Chao is a silver color, and that's about it. There are, in fact, 12 different eggs that you can get in the Tiny Chao Garden. The normal one is free, then is the silver one, the gold one, and then it advances to other Jewel Chao. To see more about Jewel Chao, check out my video on them. Now that we've covered pretty much everything that's in the garden, let's go to the games. Each version of the Tiny Chao Garden has its own games. On Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, on all of the games, they have this card matching game. If you click while the Chao is walking, you only get this option once. It'll trip the Chao, stopping it from moving a card if it chooses to. Unfortunately, my Chao has not moved any cards. I'm gonna waste some time here. You get points based on where the cards are. It's a very basic game. I'll talk more about the games later. And the other game is basically rock, paper, scissors. Or scissors, paper, rock, whatever you want to call it. Both games you can hit done. And each time you go in a game, it'll change what egg is there. This one, I believe, is the Sapphire egg. Sapphire Chao, how you doing? So, hopefully... wait, nope, I think I might just have something more I can show you. Another thing about the Tiny Chao Garden is about its compatibility with the Game Boy, or with the GameCube. Gosh, the Game Boy Advance was practically designed entirely to interact with the console. Nintendo made a trend of that around the time of the Nintendo 64. But the GameCube was the one that got most of that credit. So right now, I'm going to pick up both Chao, the Sapphire Egg and the Silver Chao. Unfortunately, the pickup on Sonic Adventure 2 Battle will not save, so keep this in mind. Now, the Chao Garden, empty again. But, let's go over to my main garden. I can't really get you a picture. I'm going to pick up my Chao, Kratos. Kratos is a cool little guy. We're going to go here and select the drop-off. See, it's connecting with the GameCube. Trademark. The Chao transporter, hit drop-off. And you've probably seen the drop-off if you've watched my other videos. Kratos is a neutral nun, a hero nun, a normal hero Chao, the standard hero Chao. That's a better way to put it. As you can see, his colors are effective in the garden. Kratos himself is a pretty cool Chao. I got him on a memory card that I found funny because I'm like, who plays God of War and would be caught dead playing a Sonic game? This is an example of how Chao that you drop off will have different noticeable features. For example, you'll also notice that instead of that neutral bubble and it's saying child, it now says, it's now a white bubble-ish thing, and it says normal, indicating, hey, it's a normal child. Yeah, the typing system is the classifications for the types and everything that's different. If you do not pick weeds, they're not really going to harm anything. They're just going to sit there and float. In all honesty, sometimes it can be better. Okay, here's a great example. I'm about to drop in my Chao, Cosmo. Cosmo is a purple Chao with cheetah parts and a box on its head. You can assume, oh dang, that's gonna look weird. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Because Cosmo is a purple Chao, it read, okay, I am receiving a purple Chao. Cosmo's entire body is purple, other than the things on it, and now it gets to sit here in the Tiny Chao Garden and walk around. The compatibility between the two is very wide range. The only difference, though, is the fact that you are limited more on the Game Boy Advance than you are on the GameCube. The GameCube has a lot more variety with what you can do, and the Game Boy Advance, it's more for the sake of keeping a Chao with you at all times, or taking a Chao to go visit a friend. Though typically I use it for transferring a Chao between Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and Sonic Advance. Or Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and Sonic Adventure DX. You can't see this, but on my other TV, I've got Kratos, who just picked up a pink fruit. The pink fruit that I picked up. And its reactions will be exactly the same as it would be in the Tiny Chao Garden. It'll build up the stats per bite. So yes, hopefully you now understand enough about the Sonic Advance Tiny Chao Garden. This, though, I should have you know, is just one of 6 different versions of the Tiny Chao Garden. The other versions of the Tiny Chao Garden are, well, all the versions of the Tiny Chao Garden are Sonic Advance, Sonic Advance 2, Sonic Pinball Party, then the downloadable gardens on Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Sonic Adventure DX, and Phantasy Star Online. Unfortunately, I do not have access to Sonic Advance 2 or Phantasy Star Online just yet, but the other Tiny Chao Gardens I can get to and I can demonstrate. So for now, enjoy and remember to... I don't know, Chao are hatching all over the place right now. Ciao.